This is the story of a little child who believed in magic and all the beautiful things, including life itself. And he or she had an idea and thought, let's go explore the world. And through that, many ideas were planted and planted well with care and love. For this child had a vision, a dream, and all the child saw was just the great big vastness of this universe that had every potential in it for the child. As an adult, reality set in. All the hecticness, the craziness, the franticness, all the worries, all the stressors, all the many, many things to do, and yet not a thing for themselves, except for coffee. This daily stimulant just to keep going. Does he enjoy the coffee or she? And this is a marker of all the meadows, or all the wounds really. For you see, in the shadows, in the mind, in the dark, it creeps in the draining of everything, of life force. And so this child, hopefully, with the right guidance, with the right mind, is able to learn to reset, to take again that coffee or tea and really learn to sip it, to slow down, to calm the mind, to enjoy the moment. And from there becomes if you know, a high priestess, one who is in much better control of the emotions, because without this regulation, everything else goes into chaos. When the mind goes, everything goes. You can do what you want, but you will think, I've done it correctly, and later realize you have not. You will think, I've wanted this, but later realize you do not. And so the next chapter begins, and this time it's not going round and round. Instead, as everyone else is frantic, as everyone else is up there going about, going crazy, here you are, perched, looking, watching. And in fact, you see, the other two, they're watching them, but they're really watching you. They've realized you figured something out. You figured you don't have to join that chaos anymore. You've been there, and you realize there's another way. And so you start looking. You go through whatever that door is, and you're not attracted by just the most beautiful door, the biggest door. You're guided by the one that's just right, just for you. And you are brave. While you are brave, your previous experience have taught you well. Do not go in naively like that little child. Now you go in a little more geared up, but also this fire is not meant to attack. It's meant to light up, and it's burning your passion brightly for you to see. You still have enough love to bloom for yourself, for others, for your project, for whatever the next thing is. And eventually, as you continue to be wiser, yes, you don't need that full-on armor anymore. You can return a little bit of yourself and not just hold every fear in. You can see a little more clearly. You can feel a lot more. And so now you have more people that are there to join you. But really, they're there with you now. They're not just followers. They're all there with you together. It's like the Wizard of Oz when Dorothy meets them one by one. But in the end, they're all different, and they're all in it together with each thing helping each one. And you start to encompass, if you notice, previously was more of the masculine energy of doing, and now you're more of the receiving. You're more full of grace. You're not as weary and tired as you were. And even in tough storms, winter, cold, even with so-called blockage, even with all these things, you will go forth because you know what's next. Maybe not what's next per se, but you know that life does circle around, and it circles with new situations and new people and new ideas and new whatever it is, but it's some version of the old that you know how to handle now. And that's why whatever you grew from when you were a child has fully bloomed, because you've nurtured not just your projects, but yourself, especially your mind. And you still now know to return. You've integrated fully that little magical believing child with the one that had to be a knight and protective, and the one that later became a king, a queen, a high priestess. And you choose to make play however you want. And you don't even need. This shows an armor, but it's not really. It also shows a crown, but it's not really. It's just whatever. Even monetary, material stuff, aren't as necessary as before. Of course you need it in life for rents, for food, for your car and fuel, for whatever it is. But you start to realize the things that really matter. This tower, it will not fall, because you see, you've built it. You're the one who had all the ideas, and you layered it and layered and layered. And you didn't layer it and just do this, where it's just on top of something. It's built on top of each other in a really beautiful way. And for you to enjoy all the views from all the years and from all sides. Now you see, again, the good and the bad of life and of people. And the boogeyman doesn't scare you anymore, because now you know to bring in the play and just realize it can be whatever it wants to be. And you bring in love, you help others to also see the love around, and to see that it's necessary to take care of your mind, your body, your soul, your dreams, your everything. And they do. And they too start looking towards the stars. And as they do, more and more dreams and wishes are coming true. More and more new things, more and more things to enjoy beyond what you knew before, beyond what you wanted. They don't like it, but they can suck it. And so there goes the death of the old. And you're good with that, because all along, you were the bringer of the change. You, if you've noticed, were wearing red in all the previous ones. So you, as much as you scared them, you were necessary. You were necessary to show that Earth was more than just taking from its resources. Yes, we may receive. Yes, we will grow all the things and try them. But in the end, peace is the biggest thing. To feel safe in yourself, to feel safe in your environment, to feel safe to have experimented and tried everything. To know that failure is okay, success is okay, sadness, franticness, rest is okay, everything, whatever it is. Even if it's hard, you know, and it's true. You can only look back to know that it's okay. And you can only move forward in order for it to be okay. And it seems not to have made sense before, but it does now. Because you sit fully in yourself, in the power of you.